welcome back to the Bloom Diaries. My name is Raina.
And I'm Emily.
Today, we're going to be talking about how we got our doggies. So, yeah, Emily, did you want to start off today?
Okay. I have two dogs, but one of them is with my family right now, so it's kind of like our family dog. And then I have my own dog. His name is Tofu. I think in 4 days he'll be 8 months old. So, yeah, Tofu is a Pomeranian, but I feel like he's a mix of something. But I've seen pictures of both of his parents, and they're both Pomeranians, so he's pretty tall for his own kind. I would bring him on here, but he's currently sleeping. He's taking his nap. So, what about you? I know you have two dogs as well.
Yeah, so the first dog that I got, we named him Jack. I think it was 2 years ago. So we got him when he was a puppy, and now he's
Hmm.
like 2 years and a half old. And then he was starting to get a little bit lonely. We decided to get him a companion, and he's a poodle Maltese mix. And he's pretty big for like a Maltese. He's pretty much really active. And when we got our second dog, we named him Xylo. And Xylo is really active as well. He's also a Maltese poodle and a Yorkie mix. So
Hmm.
his fur is white, but it's also like a Yorkie style hair. So then it's
Hmm.
not curly, but then it's like fluffy. And he used to be brown, but all of a sudden, like we shaved him off and then his hair started growing back. He's like white, just like Jackie now. So like we're like,
Really?
yeah, so like we just make an inside joke. We're just like, yeah, I think he just wants to copy his big brother. Like he just wants to
Oh,
be all white, just like his brother. So that's why he decided to.
wow. That's just so interesting because my big, her dog, like he had like dark fur, but then
Mhm.
as he grew older, his fur just became white. So I don't know if like that's a thing that happens for dogs
Mm,
because I definitely see it in Tofu. Like when you see his baby picture, like baby, like his fur definitely got darker. Like the
mm.
brown spots, there's some black fur now that's like starting to show up.
Yeah.
So I think it's super interesting. I brought Tofu back home to see Kuko. Oh yeah, I forgot I was supposed to talk about Kuko too. So alongside Tofu, there is also Kuko. Kuko is the sweetest little boy ever. Well, he's not little, he's 6. I think he's turning 7 soon. We actually adopted him from a family that wasn't able to take care of him anymore because of their living situation. So we decided to take him in, and he is just the sweetest little guy ever. And Tofu loves Kuko. And Kuko is just like, leave me alone, please. Like, because there's such a huge difference of like their age. He's still like a Tofu's still a baby, and like Kuko is already kind of getting old. He's halfway there.
Mhm.
So but they still get along. But recently I brought Tofu home to see Kuko, and Tofu's at the age where he's starting to hum. We haven't got him neutered yet.
Neutered. Mhm.
Yeah, we haven't got him neutered yet, so he has his moments. And yeah, when he saw Kuko, he started humping Kuko so much. And then as my sister, Amanda was like so in shock. And Amanda was like, why are you doing that to my Kuko? And Kuko was so fed up. And so I was telling Amanda that you just let Kuko tell him that he needs to back off. So Kuko did his thing. Kuko's like growling at him. Kuko's like, stop. And to the point where Kuko is neuter, by the way, but to the point where Kuko was so fed up, he started humping Tofu.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, and he was like, "See how you like it." And Tofu was like so shook, and he was like, "What was that?" We leave those two outside, and they just be like doing that to each other, and they just go back and forth, like showing dominance and stuff. But I'm just like, oh my gosh, like I don't know, like when Tofu, the first time he started doing it, he did it a lot on Justin. Only
Oh.
on Justin. He
Mhm.
wouldn't do it on me. He did it a lot on Justin. And for some reason, when we go to the dog park, he doesn't hump other dogs, which is kind of like weird. I'm just like, what? So I'm just kind of confused on that. But yeah, also, I have a question. How do your dogs do at the dog park? How do they behave at the dog park?
Well, at first they were really shy, they didn't know how to act around dogs. But then
Mm-hmm.
after getting used to playing with other dogs, they start
Mm-hmm.
picking up on the other dog's behaviors. Like, for example, there would be dogs barking at like German shepherds just, walking past the fence on the other side, and they would just
Mm-hmm.
start barking at the dog as if they have like beef or something.
Oh,
And
really?
then, yeah, and then Jackie and Xylo start barking at that dog too, and they didn't even do anything to them, and they just
Mm-hmm.
start like barking at random big dogs. And I guess it makes sense because they feel more defensive and that they want to like protect themselves or their owners.
Mm-hmm.
But then
Mm-hmm.
it comes to a point where like wherever we take our dogs, even walking just around our neighborhood or something, they start recognizing these big dogs
Mm-hmm.
and they start hating on them. Like they just start growling or like, feeling the need to like go off and run off to them. And
Mm-hmm.
so, yeah, I think for us, we've noticed our dogs picking up the behavior of other dogs.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's also because they were puppies too. So they pick up on that kind of behavior. But other than that, I think they're having a lot of fun just experiencing and meeting other dogs at the dog park and other owners too. They're really excited and happy about that. Yeah. Do you
Mm-hmm.
take your dogs to the dog park?
We haven't taken Kuko out to the dog park because we don't know how he'll be around other dogs.
Mm-hmm.
So far, he seems to do just fine with Tofu. We've taken Tofu a couple times, just himself, and he's a follower. Um, he will like follow other dogs around, or sometimes there's like other dogs on the small dog side,
Mm-hmm.
but he only wants to like bark and play with the big dogs on the other side. So he's like, that little kid that wants to hang out with the big kids.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's
That's
like
so
that.
cute.
Yeah, and he's pretty shy and he's very cautious of like other people, but he loves to play with other dogs. It's just that sometimes I don't know, like he doesn't know how to play at the same time, I would
Mm-hmm.
say. Like sometimes he just stands there and watch other dogs play. So, yeah, but um it's just the ride going to the dog park. He hates. He's not a huge fan of car rides, so.
Oh yeah. That's the
Mhm.
same thing with my little one Xylo. There's this one time took both of them to the dog park by myself, and I shouldn't have done that because, two dogs with one person, it's like a lot to handle, especially when you're just driving them around.
Mhm.
And the dog park was about 20 minutes away from my house. So then I
Yeah.
took them and I also bought them like treats. And then
Mhm.
my dog just like straight on threw up on me. When I was like
Mhm.
holding on the steering wheel, he was like on my lap
Mhm.
and he just started throwing up. And it was like a few months back. So he was still a puppy, like a really small puppy. He's not good with car rides. I mean, I think right
Mhm.
now he is. But back then, like he would get really sick when he just saw a car. Like he would not want to get in.
How
Yeah.
is he now, like with car rides? Do you guys still take him on car rides? Well, I'm assuming because you guys still take him to the dog park, right?
So right now we don't take them to dog park anymore, but there is like a
Mhm.
neighborhood park that we like to walk our dogs around.
Mhm.
So yeah, we do take them once in a while when they feel like they want a change of scenery just to walk around. And then the big one, he's like so obsessed with car rides, especially when you
Oh.
put the windows down. He likes to stick his head out the window. So,
Oh.
how did you figure out what kind of dog food to purchase for your dogs?
I think I'm still figuring that out, really. I think for Kuko, like Kuko loves to eat. He loves to eat anything. So anything's fine with him. So Kuko, I think we figure it out for Kuko because he seems to be fine like with the food he has right now.
Mhm.
But with Tofu, we're still kind of figuring it out still because the vet has told us that he might be allergic to chicken and beef, and I'm like, he will not eat anything else other than chicken. He loves chicken, and I don't think he's allergic to chicken because the vet said that he might be allergic, because he was showing some signs of allergic reaction to it, but we've been feeding him chicken and beef up to this day, and we don't see anything bad. He seems to be doing fine, but he loves chicken. So we're still trying to figure out. I think wet food, we figured it out, but dry food, we're still kind of like iffy because
Mhm.
I don't want to feed him wet food all the time. Like I want to like incorporate dry food in it. But when I do, he's very picky and he spits the kibble out. So I'm still figuring out the dry food part, like the kibble part.
Mhm.
So,
Yeah. It's
yeah.
definitely hard because there's just so many options out there and you
Mm-hmm.
don't know which one's like compatible for your dog.
Yeah.
For our dogs, it was hard trying to find out what kibbles they would like because
Mm-hmm.
it would be nice if like the pet stores had, samples or something. I remember I told you how my dog had like an allergic reaction and we didn't
Mm-hmm.
know if it was the food. So we
Mm-hmm.
decided to change the dry food and then it was hard when you're changing from one food to the next too because you don't know if they're gonna like it. The little one, he's a foodie, so he'll like eat anything. But then
Mm-hmm.
for Jackie, he's really picky. So then we would have to like mash up treats or like put some warm meat or something to mix it on top of his food and then he'll eat
Mm-hmm.
it. So
Yeah.
or maybe even like whipped cream. So I think, just catering to what he likes and will
Mm-hmm.
encourage him to eat more. It's pretty difficult too because they don't like eating the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
Like we also tried giving them vegetables, but then the only vegetable my dog likes is broccoli because
Oh, really?
because we fed him broccoli when he was a baby. So he grew up
Mm.
liking broccoli. There's like no other vegetable they would want to eat.
Cuckoo loves carrots. Well, we have a block now, but like my mom has like a lot of vegetables growing out in the backyard. So like Cuckoo will literally go out there and eat like a squash that my mom's growing out there. Or
He'll
like
just eat anything out there.
yeah, he'll eat anything out there. And what sucks is my mom has like a tree out there and it grows lemons, but like when they fall on the ground, Cuckoo think it's a ball, obviously, because like they're shaped like a ball. And so he will like try to eat that. And lemon's bad for like lemon or lime. They're bad for dogs.
Mhm.
And so I think it was like last year, um, Amanda called me and then Amanda's like, Emily, he's been like pooping like diarrhea for like 2 days straight. He's not energetic. And I'm like, oh my God. So just then I drove there and we took him to the vet and the vet's like, oh, he's fine, just take these medicine and stuff like that. And then I was like, okay. And then he was fine. But I kind of wish Tofu wasn't so picky with his food, but I'd rather him not be like Kuko, where Kuko will literally eat anything.
Yeah. Does your dogs have any favorite toys that they're obsessed with?
He loves anything that's like crinkly, like tofu, like
Hmm.
crinkly, like paper. He loves
Oh,
toys like that. So we have like a little reindeer one. Okay, so his favorite is this reindeer one.
that's so cute.
Yeah, I got it for sale. Like it was literally on clearance right after Christmas. There's so
Hmm.
much Christmas toys out. And so I saw this little one in like in the bucket that they had and it was like really this part right here, this flat part. is like
Mhm.
crinkly. So he likes that crinkly noise because it feels like, or
Mhm.
like it sounds like paper. So he loves it, and there's like a little squeaky on its head right here.
Yeah.
So he knows where to bite that. And this is, I think, a cucumber or pickle. This is originally Layla's toy. So Layla is my sister-in-law's cat. But she doesn't really like it, but Tofu loves it. So now it's Tofu, and it's also really crinkly, and he likes like the little feather here. So these two are his favorite toys.
That's so cute.
Yeah. There was a little bear one, the little bear one that has like a little squeaky in the middle. I
Mhm.
don't know where that one went because it's so small, but he likes that or balls, but they have to be like really tiny because he has such a small mouth. Yeah. What about your dogs? What are their favorite toys? What do they like?
So we just recently bought this squeaky toy. It's like rubbery. It's shaped like a heart actually. But then
Hmm.
the design is like a donut heart.
Okay, okay.
And
Uh-huh.
then they're like obsessed with that. Every morning when I wake up, like I always hear the squeaking noise, and they're
Hmm.
just playing that in the hallway. It's just like
Oh.
it's so loud and annoying, but I know they're having fun.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
they're obsessed with playing fetch and just like tennis balls in general. And they actually like going outside and playing with dirt.
Oh.
Yeah, they would always like dig around the wood chips and the dirt, acting like they're trying to find something,
Hmm.
sniffing around. So, yeah, I think it's pretty nice to see how much fun they're having.
Kuko. He loves anything squeaky, like squeaky sounds. He loves, and he loves like balls that are like kind of spiky. Because I know his previous owner gave us his favorite ball, and it was like a spiky ball, and he likes those. Anything rubber. But if you give him anything squeaky, like a squeaky toy that he can like literally tear apart, like he will
Mhm.
tear that apart until it's like shredded. So
Wow.
that's why we don't buy him anything squeaky where he can like tear it apart with his teeth. So we buy squeaky toys that are like rubber. He can't chew that apart. So Tofu recently discovered digging like a month ago.
Oh, yeah. He's gonna have so
Yeah.
much fun.
No, like my mother-in-law was digging some like weed out in the front yard,
Mhm.
and there's like this like just like this hole of like dirt. And I had Tofu out there and we were just sitting down and he saw it. And then he started digging that spot. And I'm like, oh my God. Like he digs out in the backyard and like he'll like come sit right there. And because that this is the door to the backyard. And he'll sit there and he'll like scratch the door to like let him in. And like sometimes I open the door and he's just full of mud or like dirt all over his like face.
Oh no.
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, he's so naughty now. I took Tofu to this training class just to see, how he was doing. And he did pretty good. And we learned a lot from that class. The trainer had asked, oh, what does he know? And I'm like, oh, he knows sit, he knows paw, and he knows high five. And so she's like, okay, like, can you show me? And I'm like, oh God. I'm like, Tofu, you better do it. I'm gonna be embarrassed. But he actually did it. And so I was like, oh, thank God. It was fun. I taught him to lay down and then I taught him to follow me. Like, instead of walking behind me or walking in front of me, we taught him how to walk right next to me. So, like, whenever we go on walks, like, we can incorporate that. Do your dogs know any tricks?
Yeah, they know the basics, like how you said to sit. Um, well, instead of paw, we say shake, and they actually like shake
Mhm.
their hands with us.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh
Yeah, and then
my gosh.
we recently just taught them how to like spin and
Wait,
go down.
I've been trying to teach Tofu how to spin. How are you guys teaching them?
We hold the treat, we just go around in a circle, and then we put it
Uh-huh.
around their head so that they can follow. follow the
Oh,
treat around.
yeah, he doesn't
Yeah.
do that. He actually wants to come in right now. He's outside. Let me bring him in. So here's Tofu. Say
Oh.
hi. So I just woke up from my nap, Auntie.
Oh, he's an
Say
angel.
hello. Okay, I set you down. He likes to hold onto his reindeer toy and he likes to bite it while and like we play tug of war. So like I use that and then I would like use it to like move him in a
Oh yeah.
circle and I would say spin. Like, so we've been doing that because me holding the tree and trying to like go in circles like it doesn't work for him.
Mm.
Like he'll try to like bite it out of my hand. So I've been using the toy to train him how to spin. Or have they been like doing well with that, like with spinning?
Yeah. Sometimes we would just have treats in our hand and we didn't say anything yet, and they just start spinning out of nowhere.
Oh,
Yeah. So they're like, "Oh, you have a treat. Like, I'm gonna start spinning for you." You just get super excited about that.
yeah, he only spins when I say that we're going on a WALK. I have to
Oh
spell it
yeah.
out now because he knows the word.
Yeah.
Oh
That's
my
so
God.
funny. Our dogs
No,
know the
like
word too.
yeah. Oh my God. It's just so wild because there was another word that he knows now. I forgot what it was, but we said it yesterday and he was like, "What?" Like now we have to start spelling out words. Oh my gosh.
I
They're
think
just
they're
like little
super
kids.
smart.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, they are. They are. All right. So that comes to the end to this podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed some of these cute little stories that we shared with you guys about our doggies. Make sure to follow us on Instagram, TikTok, and follow us on Spotify. Make sure to leave 5 stars only. We'll see you guys in our next episode. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.